Okay, sure. You have pencils everywhere and you can't. Pencils and pens by the gallon. All right. We're just going to use this one. Nobody will know. All right. Good morning, Lynette. Hey, Sandra. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning. I'll just use the back of this. No, I'll use the back of this as a writing thing. Sorry, sometimes like when I'm doing lives, I'll say something and then I'll forget about it after the live. So what I usually like to do is have some kind of post-it or something I need to write with, jot it down so that way when I'm afterwards, I'm like, oh yeah. All right. Good morning. Happy Friday. White fabric. Oh yeah, that fabric was made from Wizard. Okay, so it was a print that I picked out. Melissa made for Wizardry. So I don't know if she's going to release it or not. Um, I like searched high and low for some flowers because yeah, I'm I was gonna say I'm not a huge flower girl, but I digress. I do like flowers. I just like very unusual flowers. Like my favorite flower is a calla lily or just like I like lilies, period. I'm not a roses girl, but I also like flowers that are like dragon like just dandelions, something like simple. So those I found and I like it. So I don't know if she's planning on ever selling it. I could try to reach out to her today if you would like to see if she is, and I could tell you guys at a later captain's log if she is or she's not. It's really her discretion. Um, yeah, I love the colors. Hey, Karen. Sorry for all the mix up. If there was a mix up with you not being able to talk yesterday, I apologize for that. Um, yeah, no, yeah, I really liked it. It was everything I was going through with it. During that process for looking for flowers, I was getting prepared to bury my mom. And my mom's favorite flower was a rose, but my mom's favorite color was pink. So in that flowers, you'll see my orange flowers and like little blues, but throughout the whole entire pattern, there's pink flowers. And that's why I picked it because it was a merger of me and my mom. I'm not gonna cry. I am emotionally unfit. If people at the at a retreat could tell you when I was like packing up, there was moments outside that I was crying. I don't know, but I am not having a great day, and it's Etsy's fault. So I'm just gonna vent for a second. I know I normally just don't go off, but I am. I usually am kind of like a little bit like Team Etsy, but I'm not. So all right, I get asked time and time again, should I be on Etsy? And I tell people I don't try to play like you it works for you, if it works for them, whatever. I try to give people really real expectations because Etsy to me is kind of like PayPal and Amazon. You're going to pay fees, but you're working in a browser that is well known. People, you say, do you want to pay with PayPal or do you want to use your credit card? People immediately want to use PayPal because there is a sense of security. It feels known. It feels that if you're trying to cheat me, PayPal will fix it, you know? There's a sense of I'm okay. Same with Amazon. There's an I'm okay. Some people rather pay on Amazon than go to the small business shops. It's hilarious to me. I've seen it countless time again that people will buy from a small business through Amazon and not just go to the small business's website and pay. And by going to the small business website, you're actually giving them more money. But because they feel secure with Amazon, they will do it that way and double down it. Pay on Amazon through PayPal. It is the weirdest thing, and you're not understanding that you're taking away more when you pay through Amazon, and then on top of it, pay through PayPal. You're taking away more and more money from the small business. I generally just keep quiet about this because small businesses at this point are scrounging for anything, and they're willing to do everything to keep any kind of coins they could possibly get that will help them over the cost of the product that they're selling. I know because I make bags, and you're willing to do anything to get a sell. Well, this week I kind of not snap, but I want to say Shinova snap. I'm usually a person that if you know me in my personal life, I I most of the time I just let things just write out and I snap in my head and have a snap moment in my brain and just don't really say it out loud because younger Shinova in her late teenage years, early 20 had no filter. I would just say whatever the heck I wanted and just go. But I lost a lot of friends and I got in trouble a lot with jobs because you can't do that. As I progressively got older, with age comes wisdom, with age comes, you know, your history of falling down and getting back up. I learned that you can say things in your head and you don't need to say it out loud. But this week, this whole entire week, battling with Etsy over one transaction, and I'm still battling with them, has taught me why so many people, small businesses, hate them. Not because there's manufacturers in there, but because Etsy themselves. All right, now that I gave you the root why the fees and stuff like that, their fees are expensive. They are on the more expensive side, but you'll see pattern designers have their private website, but they'll have a Etsy. There's a reason why. Because if you're not in the States, it makes more financial sense to have an Etsy where it's worldwide and they take care of the VAT fees and taxes in each individual state. And the designer doesn't have to set up their website to collect different fees for each country, like in city, whatever. It's easier to do on Etsy. Yes, it's going to be more fees coming out on your end, but you're not having to worry about it. It's done. It translates different languages. It's an easier format, you know? It is. Like for me on my website, I tell because ever since 2020, I don't ship outside of US. So unless we have prior conversations. Then, if someone from the UK wants my bag, we can go over how much it's going to cost, how much of tariffs, the whole nine yards. And there are people that buy my bags and they get them. I've sent bags to Tokyo, Japan, India, and there are people that like my bags in different parts of the world and they do it. So they reach out to me in Messenger and they're willing to pay those fees and we can make it happen. And this is where Etsy shines because they're good with knowing VAT fees and all that stuff. It is a platform that is it has knowledge of all these fees. Now, when you get a sell, they get you. They sometimes get you without even trying to get you. They have this new thing where they'll try to say they had a sell, they got you the sell off of Google, an ad or whatever, and you have to sometimes dispute it because it's not true. Like I had a sell this week off of listing the 3 bags that I made, the Baby Bell bucket bag. I listed them on my Etsy site and someone seen a bag with the Elven script, that the Lord of the Rings script. They liked the bag so much, but it wasn't in their style, and they asked me if I can make that same kind of color scheme in a Maggie 55 bag. And I was like, heck yes, I can. I'm Shinova. I love Maggie 55, right? And I'm always down for a challenge. And I know this is a bag maker because they not only did they show the print, but they showed the pattern. So I was like, I love when bag makers come up to me. Like those are my favorite people to sew with. So I was like, yeah, I could do this. Gave them the price. They're like, cool, I can do this, whatever. I make them an invoice. right? Etsy, I tell them the price. They said yes. Etsy, when she checks out, puts a coupon for 15% for an abandoned cart. They check out, I look at the invoice and it's a like $50 off. And I'm like, oh hell no, right? So I was like, hey, I'm gonna have to cancel your order because it took 15% off. And I usually do abandoned cart if it's a pre-made item. I don't really mind because it's already made. It's made to how I liked it. When it's a customization, I make everything to your liking, down to the pocket styles, to the credit, if you want credit card slots. You pick the fabrics, you pick the hardware, you pick all the bells and whistles. I don't do coupons on custom made. It's all over my shop. And just and she's like, no, no, no. She's like, I 100% agree with you. She's like, Etsy just threw it in my shop. So we canceled the transaction. All right. Canceled. Cool. They took the money out of my where they bill me at. Cool. The money, because they took the money, they put the money back, they took the money out of my account, they edit my account, right? She's like, send me another invoice. I sent her another invoice. Before she checked out, she made sure there was no coupons. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I immediately found out when the cool thing about it is we were able to give her a discount without actually doing a discount code, because when I did her invoice, I realized she was the next city over in Maryland. And I was like, just meet me at Columbia Mall. Then I don't have to charge you shipping. That saves you like $18. Like, and she was like, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. And then I get to meet you. I'm like, yeah, cool. Let's meet up. Let's meet up at the mall. I hate shipping anyway. So she does it. No shipping. It's $18 cheaper for her, and we can meet at the mall. All's peachy keen. I wake up this morning and I'm like, cool, they're going to direct deposit it this morning. They're going to direct deposit today. I should get paid either Saturday or Monday morning, depending on the bank. They have $26 in there. I called up Etsy. This is my first time calling them. I've had this account for like 6, 7 years. And they're like, oh yeah, we took the money from the one that you canceled. I'm like, what's weird is in my Capital One, you took that money too. So you guys have like $700. $350 needs to go back to my account. I have to provide screenshots and everything. They said it exactly like I did. When you cancel an order, they need a card on file to take the cancellation from, to then cancel out the order, to refund the customer back their money. So you have a clean slate. The customer's paid, Etsy reverses all your fees, and you have a clean slate. They turned around, did the clean slate, but then when I had a new thing, they doubled down and took the money from that too. And now I'm waiting. They're supposed to call me back, and they're not here. Now I'm waiting. This is why people get frustrated with Etsy. It's not only the fees that they charge you, because from a $365 transaction, I was getting $385 after taxes and fees. And I was already disputing because they're saying this person came to them from Google. This person came to me because they met me at AwesomeCon and they bought 2 bags from me. They met me because they're on my Nova Knits Facebook page for people knowing me for my business, and they reached out to me because they seen a bag on my Instagram. So I have to dispute with that too. Etsy is doing weird shit, and they know they are. And this affects small businesses. 10% here and there may not seem like a lot, but it starts adding up over time. And they're taking the money out of small businesses' pockets. And manufacturers on here are doing shady stuff, and they're not getting the repercussions. But people like us, who may get 1 or 2 sales a week, are paying the price. Etsy's policy, like Shannon says, Etsy's policies, practices, and fees are absolutely crazy. So right now, they have $700 of my money, and I don't have anything back. And I'm waiting for them to call me back. They don't have supervisors on hand. I'm waiting for a supervisor to call me back. I've been waiting for a supervisor to call me back since Tuesday. It's Friday. And I understand. And the thing is, what makes it so hard, like I said, people trust Etsy like they trust PayPal and Amazon. People go to my Etsy account, they see that I have over 400 sales, right? I have over 600 sales on Square. No one really leaves anything on Square because they're all in-person transactions. When people see my Etsy account and they see it 5 stars and they're glowing reviews, like, "This is my 8th bag from Shinova, she kills it, she eats it up every single time," or "Shinova made this, da 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 da," people come to me. All my transactions on PayPal, I have thousands of bags, like, I'm not over exaggerating, sold thousands of bags on I have so many bags that I've done on PayPal, so many bags that I've done in person through Square, and they don't have, like, the five-star things, they're just done in person, tapping their card and paying, but because there's reviews on Etsy, and there's never been a negative review, that's a weird crutch that I have, it's a weird ace that I have up my sleeves that where people are like, "I wanna go to her." There's I don't have the platform on PayPal, and I don't have a shop on PayPal, and I don't have a shop on Square. I just use them when someone's like, "Hey, can you invoice me through PayPal?" And I'm like, "Do do do, send you an invoice." And I have a Square account where when I'm at like Comic-Con, Katsucons, and all these cons in persons where people are tapping their card because again, Square has that sense of security especially in the Comic-Con game. Like everyone uses Square. Like everyone uses Square. It's weird if you have something that's not Square. Like people are reluctant. Like if it's not Square and PayPal, I am not paying you. So like it is. It's frustrating because like right now you want to be like I'm never using Etsy again, and all I can see is those reviews. So you kind of want to take down everything in your shop and just keep it for namesake. But people come and message me, like, multiple times a week because they see bags and they wanna pay through it because they feel security. But sometimes this kind of situation happens. So I wanted to keep it real with you guys so that way, yes, this situation happened. I the fees are crazy and the policy is continuously changing. Sometimes they do an email that says, "Hey, this is going to affect you. You might want to read this." And if you bypass it, and like you have a busy day, then the policy could change and you just don't know about it. Just like this, they're trying to say that the customer that I got from me putting in my work, they're trying to say that it was from a Google ad, and it's not. It was from me posting something on my Instagram, and her being a previous person that purchased a bag from me from AwesomeCon. I know exactly what bag. Actually, it was yours, Shannon. It was Rowena. So, yeah, and it could drain you. Like, I know I'm gonna be fighting with them all day today, and it's hard because you don't wanna get mad at the customer service people because the call center is not in this country, and sometimes language barriers do happen. I'm not gonna fake the funk. I'm like, "What? Yeah, no." Like, and you're not getting mad at them because it's not them, you're just mad at the whole system. Etsy owes me over $350. That's not a small fleet. Especially I'm sorry, I'm gonna just say it, times are hard for me because I flew to California 3 times unexpectedly for my mom, and then had to help for her funeral costs and hotel costs. Oh, it's not an easy time. It's not it funds were used that I didn't know I had to use, you know? It's every dollar counts, and then, every dollar counts, and I'm just really, really frustrated right now, and I just wanted to say, if you're looking at Etsy, there are good parts. Like I said, there's a lot of people in our community that use it, but don't make it your only thing. Don't make it your only thing. There are people I know that use Etsy as like a storefront, but then when they talk to people through messaging, they ask if they want to do PayPal or something else. I've done that before, but it's against Etsy's policies and procedures, and I'm one of those people that I'm always afraid to break the rules because I feel like I'm the person that will always get caught. I don't I don't know why I feel like that. I always feel like I'll get caught. But I wanted to share that with you because I'm frustrated. There's $700 just out there, and I'm gonna make this back for this person no matter what, but damn. I'm just it's just out there. I don't think it's gonna be a legal battle. I think what's gonna happen is that I did show them proof. I had to show them screenshots, that Capital One, they took money out, and I'm now just waiting for them to call me back to see what happens, for them to research, to figure out. And it's crazy because when I explained to them what they did, they explained it back to me. So I'm not understanding what the what the how hard this is, and the way I figure what's gonna happen is that when the pending transaction happens, this is what I think is gonna happen versus what Etsy's gonna do. So Etsy took the money. Etsy deducted my card. It's still kind of showing as a pending transaction. When it happens as a permanent, Etsy's gonna get this money, and Etsy's gonna be like, "Oh, we already took the money from her cell, so it's automatically gonna be put into my account through Etsy, and then Etsy automatically is going to send that money back to me." So it's kind of like money laundering it, if that makes sense. So it's it's a pending transaction. When it clears, let's say tomorrow or 8 o'clock today, because it was pending yesterday, so it most likely clear today. Etsy is going to automatically get it, and it's going to go into my Etsy account. And then Monday or Tuesday, it'll get put into my the money they owe me, and then come back to me. And then that's when they'll call me and be like, "Oh, we fixed the problem." But they didn't. It just got money laundered back to me. They took the money immediately in 2 different ways, and instead of owning up to it and trying to fix it, they're just gonna literally let it fix itself. It's not rocket science how it's gonna happen, and instead of just saying, "This is how it's gonna happen, and we're sorry, we made a mistake," "Hey, the next 20 listings are on us," or something. The listings are only like 20 cents, or doing something to repair it, like, "Hey, you've been selling with us for X amount of years, let's do this for you," or like something. They're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna be like, "I can't believe that happened. Whoa, sorry. Is there anything else I can do to help you?" That's what's gonna happen. I bet like 20 bucks. I bet like that's exactly what's gonna happen. Because the money has to go somewhere. So when they get paid, when they get that paid, that transaction is gonna go right back into my account, and then I have to wait, like, once it goes into my account and it has to go into the account, and then at noon that day, it gets transferred into my bank account, and I will get it in the next 1 or 2 business days, and that is super frustrating. Yeah. Yeah, they're not gonna ring back, and you can't get a hold of supervisor. Supervisor has to call you. And I can see in the notes from the email where all these people are asking for a supervisor, and not one has called me. So, I think I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna probably put it in the shop thing for my Etsy, as well as start just linking it in the bio section of my Instagram, and putting in, like, having it, like, in every Instagram post. Like, I do have an Etsy, but it might be better to DM me or message me, because I do get response from, or maybe start opening up my an Instagram like, shop or something, because this was kind of eye-opening, because normally I have nothing bad to say about them except they take fees, but this is a lot. It's there is hundreds of dollars just chilling out of nowhere, and everyone's like, "Oh, my bad." And I'm like, That's a lot of money." People use it for groceries, gas, and it's not just, like, anywhere. So, just keep that in mind. Um, on a lighter note, have something cool to show you. You guys know I love Stitch Supply Co. and I ordered something from them. This is their new if you order like over $50, there's a zipper bag, and if you order over $100, they give you a project bag. I think their project bags are really cool, but they have something that caught my eye, and I thought you guys might want to see it. I'm sorry, I got Sharpies that are pens too, but they have colored hardware. So I went, and of course I don't have the receipt to tell you the name of the colors. This is like a pumpkin color orange, and they have like the whole set that you could buy individual pieces. Like, did you know you can create your own website for free? Yeah, I never really just did it. I like the fact that Etsy did it for me. I was lazy, but this might wake me up out of my laziness. So they have like this pumpkin color I got like the D rings, the rectangle rings. They have sliders, and it's like pretty substantial. It's not thin, which I was kind of worried, because when sometimes people come out with colored hardware, it's like it has a tendency of being like really really thin and looking kind of flimsy. And then they had this really pretty like lilac color. I thought it was really gorgeous. And then I got one more color, like this mustard color for fall. It looks bright yellow on here, but it's really like a mustardy color. Yeah, it looks bright yellow on here, but it's like a mustard yellow. And I got that. And then they had this berry color. There's other colorways too. So I just got like a set of like the primary colors that I like. And the crazy thing is they didn't have rivets, but if you kind of Google these colors into Amazon, Amazon has a boatload of rivet colors. Like if you're ever bored, just like be like turquoise orange, or I mean that's not a color, but just turquoise or orange rivets, and you'll find them on Amazon. So like they have, you can pretty much match these on Amazon for rivet colors. But I thought it was pretty cool if you want to jazz up one bag with a interesting hardware color, and they're not very expensive. You do buy them singular. It doesn't come in a set. I did see that they did have sets, but they were all sold out. But I thought these were really cute. I thought, why not give a different color a chance in a bag? And she had, like I said, she has the this can hold a thicker strap. Like this is not, you know how like when they have these it's really thin? It's not thin. So I think it can hold a thicker strap. I don't, give me 1 second. I don't have my, I will put it I don't have my tablet by me. So what I'll do is I'll put a link to Stitch Supply Co. If you put Lady Fair, if you put Stitch Supply Co. in your browser, you'll find it immediately. You'll find it immediately. But what for the people that are wanting it, I don't have my tablet by me, but I'll put it in when this ends into the description box. I love Stitch Supply Co. Like I wish they were my quilting shop. She has like the cutest stuff. I was trying to see if I had another color. And the purple ones are the ones that have me shook the most, and they're the reason why I went to them, because they are two different colors. So if you, when you get to the purple section, just be careful. One's called something cute like berry. So thank you, Christine. So they're two different ones, and they're really cute. I'm not affiliated with them. I just like to wander at the shop. I wish they had this store at by my house. I would be there like all day, every day. I would get on her nerves. But the thing is what I like about it, if you like again buy $50 worth of something, you get a small project bag. 100, you get like a bigger one. And I just like the fact that that is an option, because I don't care how much or less you sew. Project bags are amazing. Like your UFO projects or like at your upcoming work. I don't know. I just think they're very handy to keep everything in one place. And when I first bought from her these little project bags, they literally saved my life. And I don't have any right here, but usually they're hanging up in this section over here where you see some templates and Kai scissors. They're hanging up for like what my next project I'm sewing, and I'll have everything I need. And I just think they're very spiffy and they're cute. She had like last year, she had like orange ones that had like neon zippers, and they're really creative and they're cute. They're super cute and they're like waterproof. So if something spills or if you're in your basement and it floods, they're protected. They're cute. And I thought when I was on there, because I was looking for Halloween fabric, I seen that. I was like, oh, snap. And they're 1 inch, but they also come in 1.5 inches. So if you're doing like the noodle head backpack and, or you're doing a bigger bag, like you're doing like a Johnny B or something, they have 1.5. So, or like the Rosie, they have 1.5. So like you can get your 1 inch for like the side and then your 1.5 for like the slider for your crossbody. I think that's cool too. So yeah, I wanted to show you something good despite all the chaos I'm going through Etsy. So I plan on calling them when I get off the phone here, but just think where you're going to go. I know right now I have a couple friends that say Instagram is the place to be for shopping. They just post their bags, they have a link, and people just pay and they love it. I definitely think I'm going to try this for 2026 and do both. Have my Etsy storefront, but try to link everything to Instagram. I also have friends that do a Square storefront and they do successful and they think I will because everybody that buys from me from Square, their email information and everything is in there. So if you have a sale or if you put up a new bag, there could be notifications or people are aware that you're there. So I want these two platforms. A lot of my friends who sell similar to me in my area, in the Delmarva area, and that's Delaware, Virginia, and Maryland, tell me these two things are really helpful and they love them. So I'm thinking in 2026, I'm going to embark on this journey and I can keep you abreast to the situation. A lot of people love these two things. And like I said, I plan on keeping like Etsy just there because I'm holding on to the reviews because I feel like reviews are a very powerful thing and they can make people realize that yes, I want to buy from her and yes, I understand her price point. Um at least that's what I'm thinking in my head, and it may not be that. It might just be like my crutch, like something I'm holding on to, or like my teddy bear that I'm holding on to unnecessary. So we shall see. I'm all for change, and maybe this is the push I needed for the change. So, oh yeah, K Dill does have a new pattern today. She support Kathy. So I will leave you with that. I hope everyone has a really good day. Remember, Sleep In Saturday is tomorrow, so happy stitching. I'm almost done with the Hitchhiker, so you guys might see a new bag posted on YouTube or somewhere on one of the social medias. It's pretty cool. It's made out of leather. So, yeah. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope everyone has a really good day and a good weekend. I'll see you on Sunday. Happy stitching, guys. Bye.